All right, we are in the 2024 Spring Major. We're in the opening round in the rookie division. I'm on the back nine, and I just could not hit perfect on the front. And there was at least one of them. Several of the shots I have no idea, but there is one that if I would have hit that perfect, that's the difference between a minus 13 and a minus 14. Arrgh! I know that one hole is perfect. I know it's there. I've made it a bunch of times. All you gotta do is hit it perfect, but. Here we go. We're on the back nine. So hole number 10. Where is hole number 10? Where is it? Hole number 10. Hole number 1. Over again. Which way is the wind blowing? That wind works for us. All right. I'm gonna go. I'm going for it. I got no choice. I'm going. Going for it. I'm trying to get on the green at one. It would help if you bring out a topspin boost ball. I tried it on the front with a power 3 ball with topspin boost, but I think and I caught a great to the left. It right over in this area right here, it widens out. So if you hit to the left, you got to hit it farther forward in order to clear. So I didn't do myself any favors by hitting it great to the left, but I don't think even if I would have hit it perfect, it didn't have enough steam. I would have needed the extra power of like a 4 power ball with topspin boost or something. I want to go right in through there. 3.5 divided by 1.3. Times 3.5. Okay, 3.23 rings. I missed a decimal point there on my calculator and was like, what the hell? That's not right. Oh, that one ring grate's going to kill me. Maybe. Here we go. That's what we're looking for right there. There wasn't enough wind on the front to get the black. You really need to have something pushing you forward, or you're going to need some kind of topspin boost. I mean, that's just the way it is. But in the final round, in the weekend round, no matter whatever ball it takes in your inventory, if you have the ball, you have to burn it. You got to at least try for it. Because, I mean, if you can get down there, now I still have work to do, but if you can get down there, it's not a lot of work. Now, that's not to say that I'm not going to turn around and freaking miss it, because that could happen. It could. But getting down there is definitely your best opportunity for success. I missed the shot in the front. I still do not know, and I haven't gone back and watched the video. I have no idea. What the deal is. I'm not sure. The hole was here, flagpole's here, wind's blowing this direction. I set my ball up right here. If wind wasn't a factor, it'd drop in. If wind was a factor, it's going to push it over to the flagpole or over to here in a worst case scenario. I hit perfect and I landed right there. How does that happen? I still don't know how that happens. I still do not know. Get in the hole. That might be in. I thought it gave us that little pause look for a second. It fooled us. All right, starting off good. Now we need to pick up the one that we dropped on the front. So we got to get aggressive with these, okay? In this hole, 20% times the wind divided by 1.3. I'm at Max Club. And I'm bringing a Titan. Am I bringing a Titan? I think what does my note say? Katana with this wind. I'm going to bring a Titan just because on headwind days I think I'm right there. So let me switch to a Titan. The king of balls. And I'm taking my number 2 bag. All right. And we're trying to do a second bounce dunk. I think I would have been really close on the front, but I did not. I did not hit it perfect. And I just took 2 shots right there, and I didn't hit either one of them perfect. So I'm on the same freaking non-perfect track. My timing sucks. If I can get an opponent. Thank you, Rydell. Welcome to the channel. And the wind is 2.4. 2.21 rings. I want to be dead center on that island. Dead center. Second bounce into hole. Let's make sure that second bounce is in the hole. 2.21 rings. Let's get lined up with the wind here. There's 2. 2-1 exactly. Hitting it perfect. Wow. I can hit one perfect. I keep hitting them perfect on the par 3s where I have 0, and it looks like I need to do a bigger than a 20%. A bigger than a 20. Maybe a 25. Let me change my notes here. This is going to be a moving target deal, and if I get a hole-in-one this week, it's going to be pure luck. There's not going to be any skill involved in it on any of these holes. I am on the middle par 3 going to practice because I've taken the shot from every spot. I shot a video the other day where I went out and I burned a bunch of practice tokens playing different shots on hole number 5 and hole number 8. But there's still one spot on hole number 5 that I haven't tried the shot from it yet. Whew, man. There's going to be so many people this week that are going to blow this hole and end up in the drink. Now, I know not everybody has a level 10 rocket, but of all of the clubs that you could have maxed out, your rocket is going to be one of the first ones that gets maxed out. And there's like a lot of times we're not using the rocket, but this is definitely a tournament where the rocket has a purpose. I can think of several other par 3s that we use a rocket on. And one par 3 in particular, and I can't remember what course it's on. If the wind's blowing headwind, I use a rocket, and if it's tailwind, I use a Guardian. All right. I didn't have high hopes for that hole, but I do have some high hopes for this hole. Let's look at it. First, let's see which way the wind's blowing. Headwind. And when we got out there on the course on the front, well, in my auto count, it seemed like the wind was blowing more. But I think that this is going to be a hole. Let me pick my stuff. Let me pick some stuff here. I think. And I did a 20, but I still don't know if that's right because I haven't hit it in perfect to the cup, and I haven't been. Let me think. I didn't hit it in perfect on the front. I think maybe a player ball would be better here because it gives me a little top spin. Let me pick the ball. Do I have a player's ball? I do. Where are they? It's a power 3 ball. Right there. Let me look at it. Let me looky. Hole number three. They say the wind's blowing like this, but I could have swore in my auto count, or it was blowing a little more side than it was head. I'm trying to get down into this area right here where I hit the rough and then bleed out. And on the front, I actually got a little bit lucky. I just barely clipped the rough and then bled out. I was in the right spot, but I did not hit the second shot perfect. So I still have no idea. 1 point. And on headwind and tailwind days, there's 3 holes in this tournament that if you've got a headwind, it's pretty much pushing you about twice as much. If you got a tailwind, it's pushing you about twice as much. And they can be tricky, where you can fail on the first bounce, which is real bad. Real bad. Let's see what we got here. My opponent goes first. Yeah, that is more sidewind from the angle that we're coming at it. It is still a little bit ahead, but it's not like the picture's like demonstrating that the wind would be coming like this as opposed to coming like this. So it's still gonna lay you down. So if you look at that, that's kind of like in the 45-degree range. So, you know, it's 1.9 pushing against you. It's half that. It's actually probably pushing against you about 2 miles an hour. And you can hit to the rough out here and you can easily recover. It's a lot easier to recover by hitting in the rough down there than it is to try and lay your ball up at the top. The risk about laying your ball up at the top is if you do that layup shot to try and get all the way to the end down there and you miss it and you end up in the rough, now you are screwed. And they be way short. They be way short. 1.9 divided by 1.3. 1.75 ranks. And that really is kind of almost pure sidewind. And I mean, from there, it almost looks like I don't have to do any overpower at all. I'm going to do that. 1.75. Because I've got so much topspin on there, it should blow out. 1.75. And then I'm going to do just a titch of overpower. Not a lot, but just a titch. Hitting it perfect. And we'll see if that just like can bleed me out there. Oh no, it got stuck bad. I would have needed to do some overpower. Arr! You can see how much, you can see where my ball guide was and then how much it laid me back. Just that little teeny bit of headwind, how much it laid that off. 1 point. Man, I'm really just not sure if the 20% is enough here. I'm going to do a 30. I'm going to have to use my Nirvana anyways. Hey dude, this is where you don't dick around. You put it over here and you run some topspin and you lay it up right there so you can take the chip and you can move along little doggy. Start dicking around start trying to do some overpower and all that stuff, and the next thing you know, you're going to end up in the sand. Yep, they're going to end up, if they don't end up in the sand, it's going to be a miracle. Yeah, you didn't need to do that. You weren't in the spot that you needed to be. Max club, 2.5 divided by 2, 1.62 rings. 1.62. 1.62 rings. There's 1.62 exactly. Now we need to hit it perfect. Hitting it perfect. Get in the hole. That was a 30%, and that put me on track. That put me on track a little bit too fast, but that definitely put me on track. If my speed would have been right, that could have been in the hole. All right. I'm going to change my notes to 30. Because I tried just a straight up shot because it looks, this is why elevation's all BS in this game. You're pretty damn flat to the cup. And I was hitting in there on just a straight up shot, the wind divided by where I was at in my club, and I was way off. And I jumped it up to 20 just to see where it was at, but I don't think I've hit it perfect in there since I jumped it up to 20. We'll try the 30. That's why I'm trying to tell you the elevation. Like, how many shots do we see where we're on a shot and it's like this, and you're hitting from up here down to here, and it's plus 30. But this shot right here is like this, and we're doing plus 30. That's why elevation in this game is all BS. It's some dweeb at Playdemic that plugged in some variable number, and they went, well, I got this variable number in here. That'll be really cool. It has nothing to do with reality. It's just a number that they plugged in. All right. We need to pick up something in every section, and the par fours are the key. And this par four here is the... If I could hit this perfect, I'm in the hole. I've got this one dialed in. We just need to hit it perfect. Perfecto. And I can bring a Titan and my APOC bag. Let's do pinned. Titan. Titan. The king of balls. Here we go. 1.2. I'm doing 20% on the drive. I was doing 10, but 10's not enough. It was not enough. That's why if anybody gives you numbers like that, and it really depends on where they're hitting it to and what distance they're getting. Are they being consistent on their drive? I'm not trying to get all the way over to the other side. I'm actually just trying to be right in here because it opens up the shot to the cup. And it should be a mid sniper to the cup. Plus 5%. Do. Trying to hit it right to where my opponent was. Max topspin. I'm going to put on a little bit of that so that I can stay away from that. Give myself a little bit of room. 4.3 divided by 1.3. It's 3.96 rings. I'm going to do 4. I'm going to lean slightly. Hitting it perfect. Perfecto. That was right where I aimed it. I like the 20. I was doing the 10, but it was definitely pushing me off trajectory, and I want to go right down through the middle. I want to give myself as much room as possible. Okay, it's 5%, so it's 1.05 times the wind divided by mid club, which is 1.1. And if I hit it perfect, it goes in the hole. In the weekend round, this is definitely a hole to bring out a precision ball on. And I wouldn't be surprised with a headwind like this on this second shot if it's not 0.5 plus 0.1 or something, where we have to do, or if the wind's over a certain number, we have to add on 1. Close. I think they pulled a 10%, and that was just a little too much. 4.5. 4.3 rings. It's 4.29, but I'm going to do 4.3. .3 rings. There's 4, 2.5, 3. Hitting it perfect. Get in the hole. Get in the hole. Woo! In the hole. That's what I'm talking about. Right there. Yes, sir. Perfecto. Made that on the front and the back. Excellent. 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 Dun, 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 dun. And I almost... I have to go back and watch that video to see which way the wind was blowing, because I came in... I was trying to aim up at the flagpole, and I came in on this side of the cup, and I can't... It was the wind blowing this way where I almost over-pulled it. That might be a good hole to practice in the weekend round to see, like it might be a plus 0.1 or a minus 0.1 depending on the deal, but that hole is super, super makeable. And that's at 5% at mid club. Excellent. Excellent, excellent. Let's see, did I make that? Yeah, I made that on both sides. Excellent, excellent. All right, hole number 5. I'm going to practice this hole. And I think, I'm not sure I have to bring out a big ball. I'm going to bring out a katana. Which way's the wind blowing? Let's go back. I want to make sure I got all the shit set up. I'm going to take that doggies. It's a sniper shot. It's a sniper hole. I'm taking a katana. Let's make sure we're all set up. And I was doing, I'm doing a 50% wind adjustment. 1.5 times. Or elevation. I'm going to quit. I got to knock that word out of my vocabulary. The special, my special variable I have to adjust for, I'm adjusting for 50%. Did I hit practice? Okay. Whew. Make sure I want to make sure I'm in practice. Practice, 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 practice. I wish they'd put that in red, blazed across the screen in flashing letters. You're in practice. If I remember correctly from one-on-one play, there's not a lot of adjustment here. Like, you think you need to put a bunch of spin on it, but it's like very little top or backspin. It almost feels like it's backspin. I'm going to go from right there. Where does that put me? What do I got on there for spin? 3 and 3. 3.6. I'm going to just do a max pull. There's 3.6. Oh! Wish I'd hit that perfect. Just so I'd know. Ooh, boy. I barely cleared that. And just rolling down to it. And then I got that crappy little putt. And that's not as bad a putt as it is from the other side if you're rolling through. I'm not sure. I was trying to use that hill to see if I could pick up a little bit of speed, but I hit so damn close. And you can see I did a 50% pull and hit it one rain grate to the left, and I damn near clipped that rough on my second bounce. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Can I get off the green? Oh, I'm on the fringe. See if my opponent does the deal, or if they're going to chip it in. We could actually hit back up to the deal because we're using our sniper. We don't need to be on the tee. We could actually hit back up there and try it again. Come on, man. Come on. Pick up what I'm doing. Pick up what I'm laying down there. Come on. Nah, they're not going to do it. They're not going to do it. This is too bad because we could have chipped it off of the fringe and then went back up to the tee box. All right, I gotta step away for a second. I'll be right back. I'll be right back in a millisecond for you. All right, I'm back. See, it was a millisecond. It was just a millisecond for you. All right, where are we? Where were we? What hole are we on? Hole number 14. Hole number 14. Yeah, this is the one, right? Hole number 14. We're gonna play it. Yeah, I'm not sure I like that side over there. I'm gonna just play. Let me look at the wind. The deal with playing, okay, so I like the 50%, but when the wind's blowing in this direction and I'm here and I'm pulling, I feel comfortable with it because I tried in this spot right here, the 50% adjustment worked good, but in this situation, if I over pull it, then I'm putting myself in risk with that sand. Taking a risk. We'll see where it puts me. I'm gonna go ahead and stick with that. I'm gonna stick with that and stick with the sniper. All right, here we go. What I should do, and I haven't, is write down what kind of spin I'm using so I can put my spin on it and go to the spot instead of having to reinvent the wheel every freaking time. Here, let's go. I'm gonna practice it one more time. I'm gonna practice it one more time. I'm gonna practice it one more time. I'm gonna hit from the spot that I'm hitting from, but I want to write my spin down so that I don't have to reinvent the wheel every time. I can put the spin on and then go find the spot that spin works, because it's hard to find your spin here with the hill. Arizona Coyotes, and I want to test the 50%. See if it's working. It's working from the other two sides. I want to see where I'm at in my club as well. I'm pretty sure I'm right at max with the sniper. What in the shit are you doing? What are they doing? What the hell just happened right there? Good game. Good game. Good game for what? I haven't done anything yet. Okay, there's max. There's min. I'm at minimum club. Well, there's mid, so I'm kind of like in the 1.1 range. I'm going to do... Let's make sure I'm set up. That puts me 3 rings off. And I really just don't like that. What is that? 3 and 1. 3 top spin and almost 1 left-hand side spin. Let me write that down. 3 top spin, 1 left side spin. 1 and 3. Change it? No, it kept it the same. That is definitely not the one. Two and 2. 2.4, 3.6 rings. Jeez, that's gonna... Where is that? There's 3, 6. Is that 2 and 2? 2 top? 2 top spin? And that didn't work. And I wasn't watching, I was writing down, so I think I overpulled it there. And 2 side spin right. Let's try a 30%. Okay. All right. Let's play it. Let's play it. Longer? And it probably, I'm definitely at more towards mid. So it should be like 1.1 per ring. I believe. 1.05 times divided by times 2 divided by 1.05. I think I was in between mid and max. And I'm going to just do 30. I don't want to overpull that. 2 and 2. We'll see. What a crappy hole. And they got 5 backspin with no side spin. Let's see what they pull it. They pulled 4. So they did it right at mid club. Perfect. 5 backspin. Close. That's as close as like, hey, you're it's a freaking crapshoot. 3.4. Yeah, I'm gonna do the 5. Why not? Let's match my opponent and see if we can get it to go in. Five, 3.4. I'm not gonna overpull that sand. I'm gonna pull it right to there. That's probably not right. Who knows? And I hit it great. So everything that could possibly have gone wrong on that went wrong. That put me farther away. Yeah, that's about where I ended up. Come on, for real? For reals? I had just as good a chance there as any of the shots that I've set up, and that was a shitty shot setup. I definitely did not want to pull over the sand. I didn't pull it enough. Didn't hit it great. Didn't hit it perfect. Hit it great. Mashed my opponent. Why not? Isn't it perfecto? All right. I feel like my chances right there were just as good as every other time I've taken that shot this week. Nil. That's why I'm saying if I get a hole-in-one this week, it's going to be pure D luck. Pure D luck. Man, what's it taking to qualify? 23s to qualify. So far. Still got a bunch of people down here that haven't qualified yet. So I just can't believe that 24, it's going to take at least a 24 to qualify. I mean, come on, that's minimum score. Hole number 6. My notes say APOC Kingmaker. Okay, this one I'm still trying to figure out the shot to the cup. So in the past, when we were doing, with the old pin placement, it was like a plus 10 to the cup. And I've tried the plus 10 here and I was over pulling it. So on the front, I just hit it straight up, but I didn't hit it perfect. so I have no idea. So I'm trying to do just a straight up shot plus 0.1. Because it does seem like I hit it perfect on 1, and I just was barely off with the 0. So that's what I'm trying to do. And you can play this with a Titan. And that back right there. 20% on the drive. No overpower, and I'm pulling back to the +3 mark. And the second shot should be at minimum club at 1.2 per ring. AJCS94, thanks for coming to the channel. Here we go. 3.6 divided by 1.3. 3.32 rings. I think. Might have been a little of that. I'm pulling back to the +3 mark, and I'm 2 rings off. I want that kind of action right there. 3.32 rings. And I'm just going to do 3.3. There's 325. Feel comfortable with that. I don't want to over pull it on the left because of that rough and the wind. The way the wind's blowing, I do not want it. Let's see where it hits right here. That was pretty nice. Ended up good. 375. 375. That should put me right at minimum club. So it's whatever the wind is divided by 1.2 plus 0.1. Here we go. If I can hit it perfect. I'd like to hit it perfect and see where we're at so that I can get this adjustment worked out, because this is definitely a hole where we can pretty easily get into the right spot. I was at 375. My opponent's at 380. We're both at minimum club, and I'm going to be 3 rings off of that. And it will roll out. 4.1, 3.51 rings, so I'm going to do 3.5. If I can get lined up with the wind. 3.5. And I can hit it perfect. Hitting it perfect. Get in the hole! At least I'm going to get a good read here. That's the main thing. And I over pulled it. Over pulled it. And the speed was right there. So, I mean, it didn't like it. If there's a break in it right there, I didn't blow past the break and it changed the trajectory. That speed was pretty decent. You want enough to at least get to the hole. I know it's going to roll downhill, and I don't want to leave myself right on the cusp of the cup, right on the edge. But in that situation, I over pulled it, and I didn't over pull it by a lot. And it's downhill, so that's why I'm saying elevation is bullshit. I know I'm like, if you're like, man, you're on that shit all the time. Elevation is bullshit. Elevation is bullshit. That we need to take that word out of our vernacular, out of our vocabulary, because it's all BS. It's some mystical variable that some, like I said, some dweeb at Playdemic plugged in there that has nothing at all to do. And here's the thing. If you've played this hole in tournaments in the past, and this hole's been in a lot of tournaments, if you've played this hole in tournaments in the past, whether you were doing the rough bump or going straight at it, it's plus 10. And now all of a sudden we're 8 feet away from the old pin placement, and now we're at minus 5. So whenever they change the holes, they change that variable. And we have the same downhill shot that we had before. And that's quite a ways downhill. Okay? And we were doing plus 10, where we can have the same kind of downhill shot on another hole and it's plus 20. But now we're at minus 5. So that's why I'm saying it's not a consistent deal in the game, and they just changed the hole placement. Somebody went in there when they changed the hole placement and they changed the variable so that we can't use our old number anymore. Which is okay. I mean, it gives us something. We got to go out there and figure out how to play the new hole, and so we're doing the deal. But we need to quit thinking of elevation stuff as like a constant in the game. It's not. It has nothing to do with. There is no mystical deal about it. This is another one of those holes for the player ball. They're after me. Hey, Puck. Hey, Puck. Now, I want to hit this shot perfect so I can go through that gap. If I did overpower here, I really think with a topspin boost ball, you could get on. And if not on, you could be like right off. And I was in wedge on the front, and I missed it. Was I in wedge or was I in... I might have been... I think I was in wedge and I missed it. I might have been in minimum kingfisher, but either way, I was right there. Right there. Perfect. Perfecto. And that'll be good. You're a little to the left, so you opened it up and you got away from the tree. Hey, that's short iron range right there, man. Come on. That is short iron range. .4 divided by 1.3. 3.13 rings. Let's get up where we can see there's 313. Just a titch of overpower, not enough to make the needle go too much faster. One ring great to the right. And that might kill me on the run out. Right. Excellent. And I don't think I got any more distance than they did. Not much more. Yeah, they're still in short iron. Okay, I'm playing my short iron at 1.1, 1.6, 2.1. And I'm doing plus 10, plus 0.1. So it's 1.1 times the wind divided by wherever I'm at in my club plus 0.1. Ooh, so close. And I just need to hit this perfect, and it will go in the hole. Guaranteed. There's max. There's min. There's mid. Mid club. .6 divided by 1.6 is 2.5, 2.6 rings. It's 2.47, so it'd be 257. There's 257. Exactly. Oh, I took my eye off of the freaking thing and released. Damn it. I was looking straight at it and doing the thing, and I took my eye off and released when I took my eye off. I was looking to the side. I should have, I wasn't ready, obviously. That was my last best chance. There is a good chance for Albie on the last hole, but this next hole, like, I have no high hopes for the next hole. I feel like the last time on this next hole, I'm going to do a 20%, and I'm going to go right. I've been trying to leave myself a little bit of space in front of the hole, but it's not rolling out. It's coming to a dead stop. I'm going to forget that I missed that. Every time I've hit that perfect, it's gone in the hole, and every time I haven't hit it perfect, it hasn't gone in the hole. Coincidence? I think not. Bag number 2. I'm taking a Titan. Why not? The king of balls. Let's play it. I don't even need to look at it. It's a shithole. It's one of these par 3s. I do feel like I have I don't know. The first hole, I feel like I have my best shot at getting a hole in one, and this is the second best in that middle hole. I'm just lucky I can get on the green and make a putt. Which is probably how most people are feeling right now. Like, there's no real good way to play it, in my opinion. Max backspin. Let's do the wind. 3.3 divided by 1.3. 3.1 rings. I want to get right up on it. Right up on it. That was a little too far. I got that bounce in there. Close. Close. Right there. 3.1 rings. There's 3. 1. Oh. I knew I was running out of time. I was focused on that more than the thing. I just cannot hit perfect today, which is good. Which is way good. And that means I'm saving all my perfect shots for the weekend round. And I know I hit that great, but did I hit it 2 rings great? That was way the hell off. Did I overpull that? It's like one direction of wind. If your wind's blowing from this way, it's one thing, it's 0. If it's blowing from this way, it's 20. If you're blowing from this way, it's 65. And who knows? It's like it's a variable deal. There isn't like a... That's once again why this thing about people using the term elevation is all BS. There will be a little bit of difference with the wind, but like not... These holes suck. I'll say it out loud. I'll say the quiet part out loud. They suck. These par 3s. Which is good for a player like me, because the par, it really puts the emphasis on the par 4s and the par 5s. And I have predicated my entire Golf Clash career on par 4s. If you can get all the par 4s on every course, then you're at minus 15, and then you're set up for, like, you pick up a shot here or there, you get an Albie, you get a hole-in-one. And so these tournaments where the par 3s are really hard like this, then because it's amazing to me how many people, as long as the game's been out, how many people still eyeball their shots instead of using the wind ring method, where they have some methodology for doing it. And so it really benefits us. All right, the last hole. The last hole. Which way's the wind blowing? I'm going to bring... I'm trying to get all the way down there. I am. I'm going to bring my number 1 back, or number 5 back, excuse me. 1.2 times whatever the wind is, divided by 1.3. I'm going to do a 20% at max APOC. And I think with the Power 5 ball, the APOC is actually 1.2 per ring. Whereas that's at least what the book says. Or at least what Golf Clash Notebook says. I'm going to try and get all the way down here. a little more to the right, but I'm going to try and get onto that fairway. I think if you're trying to get over a way to go that I hardly see anybody try and play, but it's actually is playing to the left and trying to get over there. This pin placement I think is better. On the old pin placement kind of sucks if you're on the left, but with this pin placement I think it wouldn't be a bad deal. I'll show you. Trying to get yourself into this fairway right here by bringing it over that direction. That look is not super great. .7, 433, 433. There's 433. It's killing a little bit of my forward distance, so I'm going to try and bring it to the left where it's shallower. Hitting it perfect. I don't have to get as much distance. Oh, stop. Whew. I wanted to clip the rough right there on the left-hand side, the way that rough goes like this, so it's not as, I don't have to hit it as far to the left. I normally try and get it out and try and bleed it out right into this area right there. All right. Plus 20, plus 0.1. I'd really like to hit this perfect. I was in the right spot earlier and I did not hit it perfect. 1.2 times whatever the wind is, plus 0.1. I couldn't ask for a better spot. All I got to do is hit it perfect. How hard is that? How hard is that? The hard part's done. Now all we got to do is hit perfect. I'm at max. Max 3.7. Oh, it's going to be 3.7. 3.8. .8 rings. Jeez, we're way downhill. There's 1, 2, 3. 8. I can't tell if that was 8 or 9 or hitting it perfect. Oh, not enough. Not enough. Hey, fuck you, dude. What kind of douchebag is that? That's the kind of guy that when you're out there on the course, you beat him over the head with your club and then you go, I don't know what happened to him. Somebody threw a club. Yeah. Yep. The world's full of assholes like that. You get up in the morning, you go get coffee, and the guy in front of you is an asshole, and you get in your car, and everybody around you is an asshole, and you go to work, and you run into a couple assholes, and you leave to go home, and the drivers are assholes. You might start thinking maybe you're the asshole. Sly lighting. All right. You're going to have to shoot a 28 or better in order to be up at the top. That's the deal. That's the deal. And there's definitely opportunities out there. And for me, it's the par fours. I've got those par fours dialed in. I just need to hit them perfect. And there is an opportunity to nab a major here. There is. I have no hopes for the par threes other than luck. But the par fours and that last par five right there, I've been in the right spot and I just haven't got the... I was guessing at the plus 20. I'm going to do a plus... Where I was at, I'm going to do a plus 30. It is way downhill from there. Way downhill. All right, there you have it. Minus 27. What's separating us? Qualifying score. What did I shoot? I shot a 14 in the opener, in the qualifier. Yeah, that'll be good. That's good. That's good. All right, there you have it. I really want to pick up. I really think that in the weekend round, if you want to secure yourself a banner at minus 29, you might win with a minus 28. But I think if you shoot a minus 29, you're almost guaranteed a banner. And there's a really good chance that you're going to win. They're definitely going to interview you if you come off the course with a 29 because you're going to be in the catbird seat. And we do have opportunities out there when we look at the holes. So hole number 1, I really like, no matter what you've saved for the weekend round, this is where we need to bring out the bigger ball, topspin boost, whatever it takes in order to get over here. We need to get our bounce through so that we can hit that and end up over here so we have a short little chip. That's a key opportunity, and if you haven't been bringing out big balls up to this point in the tournament, this is where you want to bring that ball out. Hole number 2 is, in my opinion, probably our best chance at hole-in-one, and I still haven't worked out the numbers. I was doing a plus 20, but I'm off, so I'm going to do a plus 25, and I'm trying to do a second bounce rough bump with a rocket. It's throw the dice up in the air and call the number, and you'll probably have a better shot at hitting it. This one right here, like getting down here, I will tell you, this hole right here is scary as hell. We haven't had an absolutely pure tailwind where you can overdrive this. And you do not want to get caught. Like, you can hit it out into the rough right here and you can recover easy. Because in one-on-one, that's what my play is. I hit it out into the rough out here knowing I'm going to get into the rough, and then I just drive it out. But if you overdrive this drive shot and we've got a pure tailwind, it is going to be pushing you times 2. Not 10%, not 20. It's going to be times 2. So you really got to watch if you bring out a ball and you're trying to get over here. You really got to have to watch, because if you overshoot that and get here, you're screwed. And if you get all the way to the tip and you were expecting to only get right there, it's very simple to get one bounce here, and your second bounce is either right on the edge and you just end up in the drink, or you end up blowing this completely and you end up hitting the fairway and you're in the drink. This could be a scary hole. So, like, of the par 5s, like, if you get out here and if we get into a big ass headwind day in the weekend round, I'm not sure even if you bring out something really big, because once again, it's pushing against you times 2. Whether even if you brought out a bigger ball with boost, if you could still get out here, you may end up just hitting in the rough, and that might be all right. You still got a shot at it. You can recover. And do not do what my opponent did earlier, where they were trying to get really cute about being like right here and doing. If you ended up here, you can take the shot that you came here for. But if you end up in the rough and it's covered, don't get cute. If you can't get the spin right, start off over here and lay the damn ball up and chip it on. Recover. You're not in the spot that you were trying to hit to. Just recover. Don't make a bad situation worse. Play smart. That's that strategic playing where you're being smart about it. On this hole, I'm doing +5 to the cup. Is this hole number 4? This is hole number 4, and this is a great opportunity. I've made this, like, every time I've hit perfect into the hole, I've made it. Since I switched to the +5 instead of I was doing a +10, but since I switched to the +5 and I'm laying it up right here and going straight at it. I don't know what the adjustment would be if you're here, but hitting it from out here, you got a straight up mid sniper, easy breezy, hit it perfect. This is a hole that you want to bring out a precision ball on. Hole number 5 sucks. Hole number 6. We got a great opportunity here if I could figure out what this damn adjustment is, and I almost feel like it's -5. I started off at a 10, which is what we used to do on this hole, and I was way off. Here's the pin. I was way off, overpulled it. You know, if the wind was blowing this way, overpulled it. Then I switched to a, what was I doing right there? I was doing a 0 plus 0.1, and I still overpulled it. So I'm going to go to -5 and see if I can get it in the hole. I do like our opportunities on that hole, though. We got a great opportunity here, but this hole is just like that last one. If we get a pure tailwind, which we haven't had so far this week, a pure tailwind, and you're down in here and you're like, oh man, I got 5 rings, you know, and with it, my APOC, that's 6.5 miles an hour, and we got a 4-mile-an-hour wind, and you're like, I got 6.5 miles an hour of leeway, and you just leave the wind in and you overpower it, you're going to end up in the drink. You better bring your scuba gear, because it is going to push against you times 2. Same thing with a headwind here. And you don't really need to get all the way through this and get up here. You just, and I will tell you that tree, the new pin placement is better because it's over here, but this tree right here sucks. You need to be right over in here or up past the tree, because that tree, there's like one little branch on that tree that can get in your way. Hole number 8, that sucks. Hole number 9, you saw our chances there. All right, thanks for watching. I will catch you this weekend, and be safe, have fun.